everybody? It's J Cubed, and we're back for another one.
Yeah, nigga. Subscribe to the channel, you know the vibes.
Sometimes you have to mission. Sometimes you have to mission just to get a little bit of these. It's very same thing. KFC, no KFC. Weed place, no weed. So, this is my plan. I want to go to eat. Either in News Cafe, my bad. Either in News Cafe or News Cafe because I want to drink. Marikabesa Bega King. You know, I should have brought my laptop. I knew it. So when I walked up here, what's this place? News Cafe. I asked if it's open and then they laughed at me. But you know, like a restaurant, hola, and then in Buma 10 minutes bracket, I want to order some food.
No problem.
Sure.
No problem.
That is not cold, okay. Decent thing, yeah.
Okay, so for
a cold one, yeah, very cold one, my brother. Later. Those women that for some reason are just they don't have a job, you know what I mean? Tuesday you see them, they're chilling. We're not go spanning bone, but I have a lunch. You get what I'm saying? Like I just finished my contract and I'm waiting for the next contract. The reason I mentioned that is that I don't have the kind of money to be doing what I'm doing. Even I don't have that money for that. So I'm not really sure who's gonna be paying for these things. But that place, they're saying we must wait for an hour. Only in an hour will they be able to to serve us. Something hasn't been loaded in the system, something stupid like that. Just write it down, bro. Like if I buy a bag of Pineapple Express, write down Pineapple Express 1 bag. You know what I'm saying? Why is the customer suffering for? These niggas are just wild people. But that's what I think the majority of this thing is gonna be. Just what it takes to study music. Because sometimes maybe somebody out there doesn't know you could actually go to school and what happens at a music school. You know, when you go to, let's say, a composing class, songwriting and composing class, what is the things that we talk about in a songwriting and composing class? When you go to I major in production, so there's digital audio. What is that? What is live recording? What are the things that people Like, what do you study when you are doing live recordings? What can you learn so that you can also even prepare yourself? Because sometimes, like, I was thinking about this, like a lot of people go to events and they barely know what goes on. That's the reason why people complain when they get to an event. Then maybe the artist is late, maybe there's a little bit of a sound problem. People just go crazy because they don't understand what it takes to run an event. They don't get it. Those are the things that you might learn if you are studying music, live production, even music theory. Like, all I'm saying is these are the things that you'll be seeing in the vlog in order for you to know what it might take for you to study music if that's something you're interested in, you know. And you're gonna see some other cool shit because, you know, I happen to do cool shit. Maybe I might just have the camera out if I'm on set, like for the advertising things. If I'm on set, then I might give you your you know, a little bit of a tour, show you what happens behind the scenes, makeup, all that other stuff. A lot of the times that stuff I cannot, like for now, I still can't even talk about the campaign I just did, the Coca-Cola thing. Like, if you see Coca-Cola work right now, the ones that have to do with the meal and stuff like that, that's work that I worked on. But I couldn't talk about it or even post the stuff because we were shooting from December and January. What I'm saying is that stuff I can't, even if I shoot it today, I can't put it out until, you know, but it's part of what's going to be in the vlog. So anyway, just stick around, man. I got you. But I'm trying to keep the battery. One, I need to keep it for calling a cab. And also, the waiter here is judging the shit out of me. I can't lie to you. Every time she looks at me, she thinks I'm bugging. The crazy thing is, they're the same people that watch the YouTube shit. Like, you put your shit on YouTube, they'll be watching it. But they don't think, like, actually, how do these people shoot this thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody actually questions the technical aspect of this thing. They don't go, who's shooting the work? That's the weird thing. They watch it. Everybody has a favorite content creator, but then nobody thinks like, oh, this is actually what the content creator's life looks like. This is what this person does. This is, you know what I mean? So the other thing is, like, you have to do away with the people looking at you. People are gonna look, bro. The thing is, especially if you're doing something great, if you're good looking, if you look like you're having more fun than everyone else, if you're weird for them, but like if you're in your own world, you got your own fashion, whatever, people are always gonna look. It's like a very big thing. The second you know that people will always look, and the second you deal with that, the second everything else is cool, because why would you care about what people think about you? Confidence can be bought. Like, there's something I keep trying to explain. Confidence, you can't buy confidence. Some of these people, they pretend because they see their favorite content creators, then they try to behave like them. They see their favorite artists, they try to behave like them. You gotta be you. At all times, you gotta be you. And I'm predicting this now because the consistency is coming, right? And I know that this is gonna grow the audience. And when it grows the audience, it's going to draw attention. The more it draws attention, the more it's gonna get me in connection with the same people that I've been avoiding. I don't want a permanent job. Like, these are the facts. I've said this before. This is how I live. I do not want a permanent job. I'm a freelancer for a reason. I'm studying this thing for a reason. I travel the way I travel for a reason. And all these people wanna, well, not they want to, but they're going to pretend like what you're doing is not, you're not actually hitting the mark. Why? Because if people let you know how great you are, then they'd have to pay you your worth. They'd have to treat you like the kind of person. For example, if you don't know me and I tell you like, yo, I'm a freelancer, so I work remotely. But I work remotely not because I don't want to come to the office. I work remotely because I've got other things that I'm doing. I'm also studying, and studying music requires you to be on campus. you can't study music remotely. You can, but like it's not gonna work. You have to be touching the boards. You have to be, you know what I mean? It's a in-person learning skill. You benefit more from being next to somebody who knows how to press the keys, who knows how to mix, who you also have to listen. How can they teach you how to listen if you're not in the same room as them, so they can tell you what to listen out for and what not to be listening out for? Anyway, so when you hire somebody like me, then you have to understand that I'm not available 9 to 5 like everyone else. I'm not. I'm a freelancer for a reason. I do other things, and I'm very good at these other things, and I bring them to the benefit of the company. So you can't try to stop the thing that's making me the great person because you want me 24/7 for your company. It's not my vibe, and it will never be. Like, because people say never say never. But if I'm gonna be doing a permanent position, don't even ask me. Just assume that these motherfuckers must have paid this guy so much for him to abandon the way what he's doing. Because I'm self-employed, and a self-employed person is never unemployed. They either have a project or they don't have a project. Because the person that pays me is me. Because I work for my company, and my company works with these companies. So I'm still working for my company. So technically speaking, I expect my company to make sure that all of my bills are paid for the coming month. My company must also make sure that I'm going to have a project coming up. So that means what? I need to market myself. Think about that. Another thing about self-employment is that a lot of people make it look sexy. They make it look hella sexy, but they don't tell you about the hard work, because I can only show you the good things I'm doing. Anyway, let me get off this. I'm gonna wait for the food. After the food comes, then I'm going back to the crib. Assignments this weekend. Producing. We bought the Mac. Shout outs to me. I'll put. Dang. Voilà.
Enjoy your meal.
Hanging it. Okay, I won't lie, it's busting. The jambalaya. I think the sauce is hella overwhelming, but it tastes good though. It's a good meal. Definitely doesn't need crushed chili. So, just finished lunch, and now you must go fetch your life, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Get the f***ing ooh-wee and go the f*** out of here. You know what I'm saying? Just like, damn. Is this kind of Africa place? Wild business. Get the ooh-wee, have a little bit of lunch, you're done for the day. Next thing is indoors now. There's nothing else to do. You can see people are getting off of work. You can just see by the way people are just like moving. Getting a cab here. Ntse ba sokodisa batho hii. Ila bana motare ka di-wine tse di baya ka re scene. Bussing. That was bussing. I'm back at the crib. I'm gonna produce a little bit later on. I'm still chilling. And like I said, this weekend is all about assignments. So I'm not going out, I'm not partying, I'm not doing none of that shit. Yes, sir. Again.
Pisi pisi pasa pasa. Pasa pasa pisi pisi pasa pasa ngizenga amasiko.
Yeah, nigga. Subscribe to the channel, you know the vibes.